Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be having a 1,250-point battle between my Dark Angels and Alex Chaos Forces. So, the story that we have going on here is that Lord Bacchus, the Blighted Knight of Nurgle, has been ravaging through this system, just mowing down Imperial city after Imperial city, leaving behind nothing but death and destruction. And so the Imperium sent out a call to try to see if anyone could go in and try to stop him. The Dark Angels, hearing that there were some Chaos Space Marine forces involved, decided that they would volunteer to go and try to stop him. So they sent a fast force to go try to take him down and stop his path of destruction throughout the Imperium here. So that's the story that we've got going on here. We'll show you the two armies and psychic powers that are going on now. So for the Dark Angel, I'll be running a combined arms detachment. Leading the detachment is a level 2 librarian. We have a level 1 librarian with a force axe. We have a 5-man tactical squad with a flamer and a razorback with a heavy bolter as a dedicated transport. We have another 5-man tactical squad with a flamer and a razorback with a heavy bolter as a dedicated transport. We have another 5-man tactical squad with a flamer. We have a 5-man command squad with a drop pod as a dedicated transport and 5 melta-guns. We have a mortis pattern dreadnought with 2 twin-link las cannons. We have a 3-man bike squad with 2 plasma guns. We have a 3-man Raven Wing Black Knight squad. We have a Predator tank with twin-link las cannon and las cannon sponsons. And last but not least, we have a Whirlwind. So Chaos will be running a combined arms detachment of Chaos Space Marines and a combined arms detachment of Chaos Demons. So leading off here, we have the Chaos Space Marines. We have a Chaos Lord with Blight Grenades, Chain Fist, Combi Bolter, Gift of Mutation, Mark of Nurgle, the Sigil of Corruption, Terminator Armor, and Veterans of the Long War. We have a 5-man squad of Plague Marines with the Veterans of the Long War, and one of them has a melta-gun, and there's a Plague Champion in there with a power sword. We have another 5-man squad of Plague Marines with a Plague Champion with a power sword and a melta-gun, and they all have the Veterans of the Long War. Then for the demons, we have leading it off a Demonic Herald of Nurgle. He's got a greater demonic reward, a lesser demonic reward. He's a demon of Nurgle, and he's Psyker level 2. We have a 3-swarm squad of Nurglings. We have another 3-swarm squad of Nurglings. We have a 10-man squad of Plague Bearers. They've been given the Icon of Chaos, and one of them has been upgraded to a Plague Ridden. And last but not least, we have Lord Bacchus, the Blighted Knight of Nurgle. He is a Chaos Knight Errant with the Foe Reaper Chainsword, Heavy Stubber, Ion Shield. He's got the Mark of Nurgle, and he's got a Thermal Cannon. Alright, Psychic Powers for Chaos. He rolled on the Nurgle table, so he gets Stream of Corruption, and then he rolled and got Plague Wind and Rancid Visitation. And Psychic Powers for the Dark Angels. The level 2 Librarian rolled on Librarius, and he got the Emperor's Wrath, Might of Heroes, and Psychic Scourge. He's also got the Shroud of Heroes, which I forgot to mention. And then the level 1 Librarian with the Force Axe rolled on Divination, so he has Prescience and Precognition. Alright, so those are the two armies and psychic powers they're going to be facing today. So we have deployment here for the Dark Angels. We're doing Hammer and Anvil. So I've got a 5-man tactical squad with a flamer here. I've got a Razorback with a 5-man tactical squad with a flamer inside. I've got my Mortis Pattern Dreadnought up in the building here, and the Whirlwind down below him over there. I've got my Black Knights over here. I've got my Predator tank here. My regular Raven Wing Bikers there. I've got my 5-man tactical squad with a flamer, and my level 2 librarian with the Shroud of Heroes is inside of that Razorback over there. That's what we've got deploying for Dark Angels. Going over here to Chaos. He actually rolled a Warlord trait that allowed him to infiltrate D3 infantry units. So he infiltrated these guys, not very far, but still they're there. So those are the Plague Marine squad. We've got his Knight right here. We've got his Warlord right there, the Chaos Lord. And we have, back in this corner here, we've got another 5-man Plague Marine squad. So I'm gonna have to be doing some turning around over here as we hear the screams of chaos coming from this direction. And then all of these guys are going to be are in reserve, so they will become deep striking in and making things miserable for me. So that's the deployment that we've got here. We're going to be doing a Maelstrom cleanse and control mission. So each drawing up to 3 cards at the beginning of our turn. As of right now, Dark Angels are going to go first, unless the Chaos can seize the initiative. Oh, he does! Oh, no! All right, that's brutal. Let's see. Okay, so then we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for Chaos here on turn 1. Gulp. All right, so he drew Secure Objective 6, Hungry for Glory, and Secure Objective 2. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 1. He shuffled up this way. Just give you an idea of what's going on here. All right, so yeah, so he shuffled up this way. These guys back here stood still. He moved up that way. And these guys back here moved into cover. So his Psyker is still in reserve, so no Psychic phase this turn for him. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 1 for Chaos. Alright, so he is going to be firing his thermal cannon onto him, right over there. So he's going to put it right in the middle there. Let's see if it scatters. What's his 4?
4, yes.
So it's going to be going over a few inches that way, so we'll come back to you with that. All right, so it did go over here. It didn't scatter enough to hit any of the bikers, but it still hit him. So front armor's 13, looking for a 4 to glance. Oh, nothing. Okay. And now he's going to fire his heavy stubber rounds at these guys. So hitting on 3s, 2 hits. Strength, what is it?
4.
Strength 4, so looking for 4s. We've got 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. He's good. All right, that's the end of the shooting phase here for Chaos on turn 1. He's going to be running some guys, but that's boring to watch, so I'm not going to show it on film. But he wasn't able to achieve any of his objectives, so we'll come back to you with the cards drawn for Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, so I drew Secure Objective 3, Secure Objective 4, and Harness the Warp. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. These guys came in, rolled 1 inch, double 1 for their move through cover coming out of there. So they just had to circle around the drop pod, looking over here. These guys shot up this way. These guys moved up this way. He shuffled around so he doesn't have Skyfire. He stood still down there. He pivoted a bit. These guys shot back here to try to see if they can deal with them. And then he moved up that way. So that's it for movement phase. Moving on to psychic phase. I rolled a 1, leaving me with 4 dice, leaving my opponent with 1 die because his Psyker is still in reserve. So what I'm going to do is this guy back here is going to roll on prescience onto those guys. So needing 2, getting it with 2, and he's only got 1 die, so he can't deny it. So it is good. All right, so we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting out the shooting phase, not the psychic phase, like I accidentally said. These guys are going to shoot into his Chaos Lord there. So they've got prescience, so the 5 guys with the melta guns hitting on 3s. Okay, didn't need prescience, so 5 hits, wounding on 2s. 5 wounds. So he's got invul save, right?
Yeah, he's got feel no pain.
Oh, he's got a what's his? Oh, his toughness is 5, so he's good. So well, he should also have a 5+ invul save, so you can roll those ones first. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna figure this out. All right, yeah. So he's got a 5+ invul save and then a 5+ feel no pain. So 5+ invul save. Saves 2 of them. So he's got 3. He needs to make at least 1 of these feel no pains because he's T5, so the melta doesn't actually double him out. So he needs 1 of these to survive. Oh no, he doesn't get it! Oh! Okay, so that's actually First Blood and Slay the Warlord in one go. Pretty brutal. Okay, I think he was thinking, I was thinking these guys were going to go after this guy, so yeah, rough. All right, moving on. All right, so this guy is going to fire onto his knight. He put he said the front arc that he's going to put on there, which is smart. So he'll have a 4+ invul going into this. So the black one is going to be the twin link one. The other 2 are going to be the regular sponsons, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, this one's twin linked. Okay. So strength 9, front armor 13, looking for a 4 to glance. Okay, that's how that goes. All right, these guys are now going to fire into his knight. So I've got 3 there in rapid fire range. So they'll be hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked. Okay. So we've got 5 hits, looking for 6s to glance. We got 1 glance, so 4+ invulsive. He's good. All right, Mortar's Dread is going to fire into him. So hitting on 3s, 2 hits, looking for 4s to glance. Okay, it doesn't even add up to 4. Goo. All right, these guys here are going to fire into his Plague Marines over there. So blacks are going to be rapid firing plasma gun. Greens are going to be, greens are going to be rapid firing plasma gun. Black is going to be the rapid firing bolter from the sergeant over there. So hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked on this one. All right, so they're T5, right?
Yes.
All right, T5. So these are actually wounding on 2s. These are going to be wounding on 5s. Alrighty, so we've got 4 AP 2 shots and 1 AP 5 shot. So these are the well, you want to roll 1. One's a 3+ armor save.
Yeah.
Oh, the green. Okay, yeah. Sorry, green's going to be the 3+ armor save. The reds are going to be the 4+ cover saves. All right, so 3 die. Okay. All right, we forgot about these guys. Feel no pain back here. So we've got the 3 guys that die. They're going to roll feel no pain. One of them gets saved. Cool. All right, Whirlwind is going to fire into these guys over here. You can see them through that window there. So he's going to place it basically right on top of that guy back there. So he's going to be using the Strength 5 AP 4 shot. So let's see where it scatters. It scatters back 4 inches, so we will figure that one out. Yep, it completely misses. All right, moving on. All right, Heavy Bolter is going to fire into these guys. Only move 6 inches, so full ballistic skill, hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked. All right, so we've got 3 hits, wounding on 4s because they're toughness 5. All right, got 1 wound, so 1 3+ armor save.
Yep.
Oh, 1 dead. All right, these guys can see the 1 guy through the window back there, so they're going to roll. See, 3 bolter shots, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, 1 hit, wounding on a 5. Nothing. Okay. All right, Storm Bolter from there is going to fire into his Plague Marines over here. So hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hit, wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3+ armor save. And 5+ feel no pain. Nope. So he did. And while we're at forgetting about the feel no pain, just trying to get this on the first turn in anyway. So he's got 1 guy here. The other guy that died, feel no pain. No, he's still dead. Okay. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. Moving on to the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into his Plague Marines there. So Overwatch coming here. So we've got the red's going to be the melted gun. So hitting on 6s. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so here it goes. The 6 needs wounded on a 2, so that's a wound. All right, I didn't jink because I didn't think that was going to hit. So now they've got going through the building there, so it's a 4 up, becomes a 3 up because of night fight. Because
Still night fight.
Still night fight, still turn 1. So here we go. All right, 3 up. Yeah, that's what he likes to see. All right, and then rolling for the distance for the charge, they need a 5-inch charge. Oh, and they are in. All right, so we will come back to you with that. All right, so here we go with these guys over here in the fight. We've got 3 Hammer of Wraths, so wounding on 5s because they're Plague Marines. We got 1 wound, 3 up armor save. He's good. All right. So then at initiative step 4, I think that's all of us, right?
Yes.
Yep, so all at initiative step 4.
No, I'm initiative 3.
Oh, he's initiative 3. Okay, so my guys will go first. So they've each got 1 attack base plus 1 for the charge. So I've got 6 shots coming here. What's your weapon skill?
Weapon skill is 4.
4. So hitting on 4s. All right, pretty good. Wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound. 1 3 up save. He's good. All right, and then we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, so he's got 3 attacks hitting on 4s. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 5s because they're T5 as well. We got 1 wound. 1 3 up armor save. He's good. All right, so that is a tied combat. They will stay there, and yeah, I'm going to stick in combat this time. I'm not going to hit and run. So we will come back to you with the cards that I successfully got. All right, I actually scored all of my cards, so pretty good. We'll come back to you with the cards for Chaos here on turn 2. All right, so he'd gotten rid of Hungry for Glory, so now he drew Overwhelming Firepower, killing something in the shooting phase. All right, so we will come back to you after movement phase for Chaos here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for Chaos. These guys came in. These guys came in, and those guys came in. He moved up 8 inches this way, and these guys stood where they were holding their position. And then the other guys over there are locked in combat. So moving on to the Psychic phase, he rolled a 2, leaving me with 5 dice, leaving him with 4 dice, because his Psyker is in. So he's going to use, which one is this one? The Plague Wind. He's going to fire it over here. He's actually going to direct it, because it's 12 inches. He's going to direct it onto the Razorback over here, but it will hit 4 of the guys over here. Can't do anything. What is it? Strength what?
Strength 1.
Strength 1. Oh, Strength 1, Poison 2+. So can't do anything to that, but it can affect the 4 models there if it hits, and maybe scatter over an inch or so and get the other guy. So rolling to see if it goes off. Needing how many do you need? Oh no, yeah. First we got to see if it happens.
Oh yeah.
Getting ahead of ourselves there a little bit, aren't we?
Exactly.
All right, so you rolled all 4, and he got 1. Is it need 1?
No,
War charge 1?
2.
Oh, it's War charge 2. All right, so it does not go off. All right, so that's actually the end of the Psychic phase, so we'll come back to you with the Shooting phase. All right, we're going to start off here with Lord Bacchus. He's going to drop his big old ply plate of doom over here onto these guys. So, all right, yeah, so let's see in the middle there, see if it scatters. Direct hit. Yeah, look at that, that's direct hit. So yeah, 1 shot onto there. Front armor is 13, so it's in melter range, right? So, well, we'll check for melter range. Hold on. It is in melter range, so looking for a 4 to glance, and he's got a pen there. I think I've got a 5 up cover going on here. So 5 up cover save. No, it doesn't get cover save. So that's going to be a +2 for this. So 6 immobilized. Oh, brutal. Okay, so down a whole point and immobilized. Okay, and now he's going to shoot his heavy stubber into my Black Knights over there. So hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on. There's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. All right. So Lord Bacchus is going to be charging into my Black Knights over here. They are going to Overwatch. They did not jinx, so they're hitting on 5s and 6s. So rapid fire, obviously rapid fire range. They're like 1 inch away. So hitting on 5s and 6s. All right, twin linked. All right, got 2 hits. All right, got 3 hits, but 1 gets hot. Rolling 3+ armor save. He's good. All right, so 3 hits, needing 6s to glance. It's on the side arc, so he doesn't actually have his shield the way he ran up. But he, I mean, I still need 6 to do anything. So 6s to glance. Oh, hey, I got a glance. All right, so he goes down 1 whole point, but I mean, he's like 1 inch away, so he's in. So. So he's going to be in on that charge, but he's down 1 whole point, and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we go. The Hammer of Wrath over here. Wounding on a, that's a wound. 3+ armor save. No, one of them dies. Okay. All right, so now at initiative step 4, my guys and him are going to attack at the same time. We'll do my shots first. So they've got 2 base attacks each, +1 for extra close combat weapon. Hitting on 4s. Oh, could have saved those 6s for this next roll, because needing 6s because of the rending on the Corvus hammers to try to do anything to him. Looking for 6s. Smile at me, Phil faces. I got 1. All right, so that brings me up to 11 right now, but it's rending, so it's D3 extra. So to get to 13, I need to get a 3 or higher on this roll for it to be a glance. 5 or 6, it becomes a pen. So let's see. It's a pen. Okay, pretty good. But I can't do anything because it's not AP anything, and the only thing that matters for him is explodes. So, womp womp. But still, down a whole point. All right, I'll take that. And now come his crazy bajillion attacks that are going to wreck my face. So, we'll come back to you with those. All right, so he's going to have 4 attacks hitting on 4s. Oh, 4. Oh man, here it comes. Just needs, unless you roll quadruple 1s. Let's see how it goes. And Black Knights goes flat. Okay. Brutal. Right. Brutal. All right, so he'll consolidate, and we'll keep moving on in the fight subphase. All right, moving on over to this combat. My guys go first at initiative step 4, so I got 3 attacks hitting on 4s. All right, got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. I got 1. 3 up armor save. He's good. All right, so then he's got his 3 attacks coming back here. Hitting on 4s. All right, 4 hits. Ooh, 3 hits. Sorry, not 4 hits. 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. I got 1 wound. 3 up armor save. And he's good. All right, I am actually going to hit and run with them. So I've got to check. Hold on a second. All right, they do have hit and run. I was confused there for a second. So let's see if they can pass that on hitting on a 4. Looking for a initiative test of a 4. And they do. So I will be going 3d6 in that direction. All right, so 14 inches. Jeez, okay. So I will move them, and then he will consolidate, and we will come back to you with the cards. All right, he got secure objective 6. All right, so we will come back to you with the cards drawn for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, so I drew secure objective 5, 2, and 6. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels. The 1 unit disembarked from that dude, bro. Another unit moved up this way. This guy shuffled around. This guy moved back a little bit so that he's not within 12 of them. This guy moved up 6 inches, looking on through the window over there. Those guys. These guys shot back here. Their sergeant killed himself on dangerous terrain. He's immobilized, but he turned his turrets over towards this dude, bro. He moved back 6 inches towards those guys, and these guys rolled 2 inches on their move through cover. Like a bunch of jerk faces. All right, so we will come back to you with the shooting phase because I'm going to skip my psychic phase. Nothing I can really do for this. All right, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, shooting phase. We're going to start with this tactical squad shooting into the Nurglings over there. So the Flamer got down and hit all 3 of them. So strength 4, toughness 3. Going to be wounding on 3s. All right, got 2 wounds. 2 5-ups, right?
Yep.
Oh, it takes 1 wound on the front guy. Okay. And then the other 4 guys are going to shoot with their bolt pistols, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. I got 1 wound. 5 up. No, another wound. Alright, now this squad's going to fire into here. We've got the Flamers hitting 3 of them. So looking for 3s. I got 2 wounds. So 2 5-ups. Nope, takes 2 wounds. And then I've got 7 shots from bolters going into here because they're rapid firing the bolt guns. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. Cocked. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 pluses. Wow. 2 more wounds, so just 1 base is going to be dead there. Alright, sounds good. Alright, Whirlwind is going to fire onto these guys. Putting the big old blast right in there, going to hit all of them. So let's see if it scatters. Oh no, it scatters a whole lot. Let's see what happens. It almost hit me, but it didn't. So yeah, that ain't going to hit anybody. Alright, these guys are going to fire into his Nurglings over here. So they're going to be hitting on 3s, rapid firing their plasma guns. Oh, one of them might kill himself. 3+, he's good. So 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, this is going to topple him out. So, 1 wound, 1 5-up. Oh, cocked. No, so one of them is dead. All right, this guy is going to fire into Lord Bacchus. So he's got side arc. He declared the front arc because he's got some other las cannons going into the front arc there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Twin linked. 2 hits. Looking for 4s to glance. Oh, come on! No. All right, now he is going to fire onto Lord Bacchus. So hitting on 3s, the red's going to be the twin linked. All right, twin linked. So 2 hits. Looking for 4s to glance. I've got 1 pen. So, he's got one 4-up invul save. No, it goes through. All right, so here comes the key. If I can roll another 6, this will give me. Actually, I'm going to roll my face. So if I'm smiling at myself, this will be an explosion because it's +1 for AP2. So here we go. Oh yes, this is an explosion. So plus D3. So plus D3. What's that? Yeah. So plus D3. Here we go. An additional 3. That kills him. Oh no.
Takes him to 1.
No, because it's 1 plus D3. That's 4.
Yeah, that kills him.
So that kills him. Oh,
Bacchus
snap.
exploded.
Bacchus is now going to explode. And that is going to be pretty brutal because he's really close to a lot of things. All right, so we're going to figure out how this goes. All right, so explosion is going to scatter 6 inches this way. So it's going to go right to there. Yeah, you want to grab that? Does that hit anybody over there? No, does not hit anybody. So he just explodes and doesn't take anyone with him. Womp womp. All right, heavy bolter from here is going to fire into these guys. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. All right, so we got 2 hits. Strength 5, toughness 5. Looking for 4s. Got 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Boom! All right, 1 melter gun is in range over here. So hitting on a 3. It hits. Wound on a 2. That wounds. 4-up cover save. He's good. Holding strong. All right, Stormbolter into these guys. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. So 1 3-up. Whoop. Oh. Can't see that. Oh no, we did. And then feel no pain on him. Right?
Yep.
Oh, he did. Double eyes. Eyes of terror. Wah. All right, this guy is going to fire into his Plague Marines over here. Hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked. All right. Wounding on 4s. Okay, double 3s. All right, that's it for shooting phase. These guys are going to charge into there. So needing probably anything but and getting it. So we will move them in and come back to you with combat phase. All right, so these guys are going to go into the fight sub phase. My guys are going to go first. So I've got 1 base for each, +1 for the charge, +1 for extra close combat weapon for the sergeant. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. Wounding on 3s. So we've got 3, 6, 7 wounds, 7 5 pluses.
6, 7.
All right, 7 5 pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. That will kill all of them. Do they feel no pain?
No.
No, so they are dead and they don't get to strike back because they were lower initiative. All right, pretty good. I will consolidate them and come back to you with the cards that I got. All right, so I got objective 6 and objective 2, and I'm going to get rid of objective 5. So we'll come back to you with the cards for Chaos here on turn 2. All right, so he drew secure objective 6 and secure objective 4 because he got rid of overwhelming firepower. So he's got 2, 4, and 6. So we'll come back to you after movement phase here for Chaos on turn 3. I was wrong when I said turn 2. It's turn 3. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 3. These guys shuffled up this way looking on him. These guys moved up this way looking on them. These guys, the heralds split off going this way, and they kind of like shuffled around over there. So that's movement phase here for Chaos. So we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so for psychic phase, my opponent rolled a 3, leaving me with 3 dice, leaving him with 6 dice, sorry, and leaving him with 5 dice. So his herald there is going to cast Plague Wind, try to drop it right on top of there. So let's see if it goes off. Needing 2, right?
All 5.
All 5. It goes off with 3. So let's see if I can deny it. Can I get 3 6s? Nope, just the 1. So we'll go off. So let's see if it scatters here. You're just going to put it right on top of that guy's head, right?
Yep.
Nope, direct hit. So that hits all 5 of those guys and clips one of the guys from this squad over here. All right, so we'll figure that one out and come back to you. Boom! Big old chunk taken out over there. All right, so that's the end of the psychic phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Those guys failed their It's a leadership test there after losing a bunch of guys and ran back 10 inches, so that's where they ended up. Womp womp. All right, Melt-A-Gun in here. Starting out the shooting phase, going to shoot at him. Hitting on a 3. No, miss. And then over here, Melt-A-Shot coming in here, hitting on a 3. Oh, that's a hit. Looking for a, he's on the rear arc there, so he's looking for a 2 to glance. That's a pen. No defense, so +2 to the result. Ooh, 3, so he's going to be snap firing. Okay. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. So now his Herald is going to charge into these dude bros here. They can't overwatch because they were falling back. He needs 7 inches. No, he is not making it. All right, and then we'll come back to you for these guys charge. All right, those dude bros are charging into these dude bros. Going to go to the D3 Wall of Death. So 3. So then these are going to be the 5 bolter shots going, hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. All right, so an additional 2. So that's going to be a total of 5 hits at T4, and they're toughness 4 as well. So looking for 4s. All right, so I got 3. So 3 5-ups. 2 guys die. All right, and we'll figure out the charge distance. All right, these guys need a 6-inch charge to get in here. And they get in, just barely, but they get in. Okay, so we'll move them in and we'll come back to you with a fight sub phase. All right, so here we go with this fight sub phase. My guys are gonna go first. So I've got 1 base each +1 for extra close combat weapon for the sergeant. What's your weapon skill on those guys? 4. Weapon skill 4, so hitting on a 4. Okay, got 1 hit. And what's their toughness? Toughness 4?
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4, so wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up. Invul save. Good. All right, so then we'll consolidate his guys in, and then we'll come back to you with their attacks. All right, he's actually weapon skill 3. Before he probably yelled at me internet, but that's cool. Checking back on the tape, I had 1 extra hit on that, so wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 5 up invul. No, okay, so 1 less guy. That's cool. So then we'll come back to with his attacks. All right, so his regular guys are base 1 +1 for the charge. So they're going to have 12 attacks from them, and then his plague ridden's 2 base +1 for the charge. So they're going to be hitting on 4s. All right, that one's cocked right there. Cool. So, all right, we'll figure these ones out and come back to you. All right, so their attacks are poison 4 up, looking for 4s. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds there. So I've got 5 4 pluses, 3 pluses, sorry. 3 up armor saves. Oh man, 2 die. All right, so I lost combat there. So yeah, burp. So I lost combat, but they're stubborn. So let's see if they're gonna stick in combat. No, they failed. So do you want to try to catch me? So you're initiative 3, right?
Yep.
I'm initiative 4, so. Oh man, you do catch me. So then we just lock in combat. All right, so we are locked in combat there. All right, we're gonna keep moving on in the fights, in the assault phase. All right, the Nurglings are charging into my bikers there. I'm gonna overwatch here with my plasma guns, rapid firing, hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. I got 1. I also got 1 gets hot. The gets hot armor save is good. This is wounding on a 2. So that's a wound. 5 up invul save. Oh, he's good. Beautiful. All right. And then they're going to be in, so we will come back to you with that combat. All right, my guys are going to go first here. So they got 1 attack each, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on a 3. Got a wound. 5 up invul save. No, so he takes a wound. Okay. All right. So now they're going to be attacking in here. They've got 4 base +1 for extra for the charge, not for extra combat weapon. All right. So they're going to be hitting on weapon skill what again?
3.
All right. So 4s. Okay, pretty good. We'll come back. We'll figure that one out. All right. And now they're wounding on 6s. We got 2 wounds. 2 3-ups. Oh yeah, they're good. All right. And then I'm going to, that would be, oh no, he lost combat, but are they fearless? We got to figure out if they're fearless. All right, so they lost combat by 1, so demonic instability is coming up here. 7, so they're just there, right?
Yeah, they just...
yeah, they're just still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so they're still there, but I'm going to try to hit and run with those dude bros. So, needing a 4 or less. Nope. So they are locked in combat. Womp womp. All right, so he got objective 6 since his Nurglings are objective secured, and he got rid of secure objective 4. So I'll come back to you with the cards drawn for Dark Angels on turn 3, 4? Which one? Turn 3. All right, so I drew Kingslayer, Psychological Warfare, and a Dark Angel card, which I will show you right there. Alrighty. And I'm going to say 1. So my opponent knows 1. He doesn't know why, but he knows 1. Alright, so we will come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 3. Alright, movement phase for Dark Angels. These guys finally got a good move through cover, moving over this way. He separated from the unit, moving back that way. These guys are locked in combat. They stood still. They're locked in combat. These guys moved 1 inch through cover over this way. He shuffled around up there. He stood still. He had to stay still. These guys moved up 6 and then disembarked, so they're looking on them. So that's it for movement phase for Dark Angels. So moving on to the Psychic phase. Alright, Psychic phase. I rolled a 2, giving me 5 dice, leaving my opponent with 4 dice. He is going to cast the Emperor's Wrath onto these guys over here. So I'm going to roll all 5 of my dice, needing 1. Getting it with 2. Do you want to try tonight? Looking for 2 6s. Oh, and he, wow, super denial. That's impressive.
Dog to the hand.
Dog to the hand. Ain't no psychers coming over here. All right, so that's it for the second phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting out the shooting phase, these guys are going to fire into him. So I've got 1 with the flamer, wounding on a 5. Nope. And then I've got rapid fire with the bolt gun, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on a 5. Nope. All right, he is going to fire his last cannons into him, hitting on 3s. Twin linked, thank God. All right, so 2 hits. All right, wounding on 2s. All right, 1 wound. It's not going to double him out. He gets his 5-up invul.
It won't leave my hand.
Nope, so he takes a wound. All right, he is going to fire into him over here. So the green's going to be the twin linked, red's going to be the non-twin linked. So looking for 6s. Yeah, okay, should have done the other way around, but that's cool. All right, so 1 hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. Looking for a 5-up or he's dead. Oh, he's good. Nurgle protects. All right, we're going to start with the heavy bolter into these guys. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Okay, not meant to be. Wounding on a 4. That's a wound. 3-up armor save. He's good. Alright, now this squad's going to fire into these guys. So the flamer's hitting 3, so wounding on 5s. Okay, nothing there. So we'll come back to you with the bolters. Alright, these guys are now going to fire into them with the bolters. So we got 3 rapid firing bolt guns and then 2 bolt pistols, all hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 5s. We got 1. 1 3+ armor. He's good. All right, my whirlwind's gonna fire onto these guys, putting it right on the middle guy there. A little danger close action. So let's see if it scatters. No, direct hit. So that will hit all 3. Yeah, you don't get much more hit than that. Seriously. All right, so we've got 3 hits, wounding on strength 5, AP 4. So looking for 4s to wound. Don't get much less wounded than that. So yeah, womp womp. All right, he is going to fire through the window at these guys. Heavy bolter hitting on 3s. Twin linked. So 3 hits, wounding on 4s. Got 1. 3-up armor save. He's good. All right, these guys over here, only 1 guy has a line of sight into there, so hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wound on a 2. That's a wound. 4-up cover save. He's good. Man, all the saves today on this, at least on this turn. Storm bolters firing into these guys because you always got to roll your dice. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. We got 1. 3-up armor save. No, feel no pain. No, see, you gotta roll your dice. Always roll your dice. All right, moving on to the fight sub phase over here. We got these guys. So my 2 guys hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 3s. Nothing. And now come his shots, hitting on 4s. Alrighty. And then how many hits that? That's 1, 2. So 5 hits. All right, then you want to roll those. Wounding on 6s. Got 1. 1 3-up armor save. He's good. So they'll be locked in combat. All right, now moving over to here. So I've got my guys go first, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds, 2 5-up invul saves. Cocked. No, 1 dead. All right. All right, so he's got 5 regular guys left with 1 attack each, and then he's got the plague ridden with 2 attacks base. So he's going to have 7 attacks coming in here. All right, hitting on 4s. Okay, so you got a couple there. So wounding on 4s because it's poison 4-up. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-up armor saves. Oh, 1 dead. Okay, so that's going to be a tight combat then. So they will be locked in combat. All right. All right, so I got Kingslayer and I got rid of psychological warfare. So D3 for Kingslayer. 2. Okay. All right, Chaos Druid, domination and secure objective 3 here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 4. He moved up this way towards these guys. They moved up this way. They stood still, and they are locked in combat. So that's it for movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so my opponent rolled a 3 for psychic phase. So giving me with 6 dice, him with 5 dice. And now he is going to cast Rancid Visitation, which is a Nova in 12 inches. So it's actually going to hit my guy in there and those guys there. So needing, what do you need for this?
What was it? 2.
Needing 2. So, getting it with 2. All right, needing 2 6s to deny. Oh, just the 1. Couldn't get more smiley faces. All right, so we will figure that one out and come back to you. All right, so what it is every unit within 12 has to take a toughness test. And if they fail the toughness test, then the next one in the unit has to take it too. So we're going to start with this guy in combat here because Novas can go into close combat. So on a 4, needing a 4 or less. No, he did. Okay. And then starting over there, 4 or less. Nope. Did. 4 or less. Okay. 1 guy survived out of the 3. Pretty brutal. All right. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right. And they consolidated right there underneath objective 2. All right. Shooting phase. These guys are going to fire into here. Only the melted guy can do anything. So he's going to be hitting on a 3. He hits. He's in melter range. So looking for 3 to glance. It's on the side armor there. All right, that's a pen. So it's going to be a wreck. See if it explodes. +2. Nope, it doesn't explode. So it is just a wreck. Boom. All right, Melted Bro in there is going to fire onto this guy over here. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Looking for a 3 to glance. That's a pen. Open the open there. +2 to the result. It blows up. Boom! No one's going to get covered in that explosion though, so boom. Alright, that's it for shooting phase. Now the Herald is going to charge into my Flamer guy there. Alright, so I got D3 Flame of Death, Wall of Death. So 3. He's toughness 5, so looking for 5s to wound. I got 2. Oh man. 2 5-up invul saves. Oh, he's dead! Yeah, I'll take that. All right, these guys are actually going to charge into my Whirlwind over there. So they need a 5-inch charge through cover, and they get it. Boom. All right, so that's them in there. They're going to have 13 attacks here. They've got the touch of rust, so on 6s they're going to be doing something. But so hitting on 3s. All right, we'll figure that out and come back to you. All right, now 6 hits, needing 6s to glance. Nothing. All right, so it's still alive. Okay. So that's gonna, moving on in the fight set phase. All right, so now we've got these guys here. My guys are gonna go first. 2 attacks going in, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, 2 5-ups. Good and good. All right, so now he's got all of his attacks coming in, hitting on 4s. Okay, wow, pretty good there. All right, and wounding on 6s. Nothing. Okay, so that will continue. But I'm going to try to hit and run there. On a 4 or less. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to be running, I think I'm going to do 3d6 this direction. So we will do that, and then we'll come back to you with the cards that he got. All right, so you got both Secure Objective 2 and Objective 3, and he's going to get rid of Domination. So we'll come back to you with the cards for Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, so I drew Hold the Line and Secure Objective 5, and I've still got the Secret Dark Angel one. So those are going to be difficult to get, so we'll see what happens here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angel in turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He moved down. He backed out of combat there. He moved there, so you can get some flamer shots in here. These guys moved up that way. These guys moved over this way, looking on them. These guys, again, 1 inch move through cover. But I think a few more of them have line of sight onto these guys. So that's it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with this, or moving on to the psychic phase. I rolled a 4, leaving me with 7 dice. My opponent with 4 dice. So I'm going to roll them actually all on Might of Heroes onto my Warlord. So, needing 1. It goes off with 4. So you can deny it, but it does perils as well. So let's see, can you get 4 6s? No, you can't. So it will go off. Let's see the result of the perils. 6. So pass a leadership test. A 9, yes, will pass. Woo, that was close. But 9 will pass, so now he's gone Super Saiyan. Woo! All right, these guys over here are going to fire into these guys. 3 of them have line of sight, so hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. 2 4-up cover saves. He makes both of them. Well done. Stormbolter is going to fire into these guys. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. No, nothing. It adds up to a 5, but that means nothing. All right, these guys are going to fire into here. So I've got 4 shots plasma. Hitting on 3s. Oh, man. 2 hits, but 2 gets hots. And 1 of them will be dead. But let's see if these wound on 2s. Okay, 2 wounds. Do you want to do 2 5-ups? Makes both of them. Oh, that's brutal. He is going to flame into these guys. He can get all 6 of them over there. So wounding on 4s. All right, so you got 4 wounds.
1 2 3
4 5-ups. 3 of them dead. He is going to fire into these guys. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. 2 hits. Wounded on 2s. 2 wounds. 2 5-up invul saves. There. Oh, actually 4-up cover saves would have been better, but still. Nope, dead. All right, this unit here is going to shoot into them. So with the flamer, wounding on 5s. Nothing. Then we've got bolt pistols coming in here because I don't want to shoot my rapid fire guns there. I want to get in combat. So 5 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 5s. Got 1. 1 3-up. He's good. All right, he is going to charge into the guy that's just inside there. So, needing 4 inches here. So, moving through cover there. He can't overwatch. Get it. So that will go on. All right, these guys are going to charge into here. So greens are going to be the Melta, hitting on 6s. So you got 2 bolt shots. So wounding on 4s. Got 1 wound. 1 3-up armor save. He's good. And then their charge distance there, I think they need like a 3-inch charge through cover. Why did I roll 3 dice? So they are in. So we will come back to you with these fight sub phases. All right, so he's got a Hammer of Wrath over here, starting out the fight sub phase. Wounding on a 3 because he's strength 6, toughness 5 is a plague ridden. So that's a wound, 5+ invul.
No.
He's good. Yeah, 5+ invul. You good? Yeah, you good. Don't do that. You good. All right, so I will go first here. So I've got 2 base attacks plus 1 for the charge. Going to try to las cannon barrel slap him here. So hitting on 4s. All right, got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s because he's toughness 5. I got 1 wound. 5 up invul. No, he did. All right, so we're gonna go over to here. My Super Saiyan Might Have Heroed Warlord over there gets to go first. So he's got 2 base attacks, +1 for extra close combat weapon, +1 for the charge, +2 for the Might of Heroes. So he's got weapon skill 5, so he's gonna be hitting on 3s. Okay, well, cocked. Okay, oh god. All right, so he's got Fleshbane from the Perils of the Warp going in here. So wounding on 2s, AP 3. Oh yeah, they're dead. Although they get feel no pain. They get feel no pain, right? Wait, no. Yeah, toughness 5. Yes. So they've got wounding on 2s. So you've got 6.
All right.
6, 5 up, feel no pains. Can he do it? Oh no, they did.
They still did.
They still did. Okay. So yeah, they're dead. We will consolidate them, and we'll come back to you with the cards. All right, so I got not 1 step backwards, and I got hold the line. I didn't get secure objective 5, but we're going to call the game at this point because he's got 2 Nurglings and 2 Plague Marines left. So yeah, that's how this game ends, with a Dark Angel victory. We were able to stop the rampaging, what is it, Lord Bacchus. Lord Bacchus. So we managed to stop him and his marauding through the Imperium here. So yeah, that was a brutal game. I think one of the big turning points here was actually the fact that I scattered back as far as I did with my drop pod, because they scattered back all that way and then rolled 1 for move through cover, so they weren't going to be able to shoot on his knight, because they were originally obviously going to gun in for his knight, so they couldn't get in there. So because of that, they shot on his lord and just managed to take him out there that first turn, which was pretty crazy brutal. These guys held strong the entire game. No matter how much I threw at them, they just weren't going down, which is cool. And then it was pretty awesome having my warlord go Super Saiyan and Might of Heroes all up there in the same turn. That was super brutal. You know, Fleshbane, +2 strength, +2 initiative, toughness, and attacks. That was craziness. So yeah, pretty awesome battle. I had a lot of fun. The models looked unbelievably amazing, and really appreciate my opponent coming and fighting me here. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed it. Share, like, and subscribe to the video. As always, I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek. My opponent's been Alex, and until next time, have fun. All right, so here we go. At initiative step 4, both me and him. So let's do his first. So he's got 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Got 1 hit. Strength 3, so wounded on 5. That's a wound. Ooh. Oh, dang yo. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. 3+. Oh, he did! All right, he gets to swing back, but he died to drones like a big old fool. Oh, you did get a unit! Oh, snap! We even talked about that. I just gave him his destroyed enemy unit for his Maelstrom. Oh, brutal. All right, so here we go. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, both hits, wounding on 4s. Got 1, 4 up. No, at least I took one of you down with me. It's probably the one that like lodged itself in his cranium or something like that as it killed him.